This past summer, I studied Japanese in Tokyo. I was there for 90 days and I went through the whole experience of being a foreigner in Japan. I felt the isolation, I felt the culture shock when I thought I was doing things right. And then I also found my rhythm while I was there. And towards the end, began to understand things and felt like I was really getting it down. Um, a really important part of being there was also finding people that I really resonated with and them reminding me of things I forgot about myself. There's a certain energy that I have that I kind of lost while I was back home here in the US. I just got busy with things and was trying to be financially stable, play it safe. And it took me being out in another country, being immersed in another culture to find out, things I really liked about myself. So the hard part is now that I've been back for a little over 5 months, the enthusiasm that I had, and yeah, I just felt like I had it. Like I knew I was gonna make it back to Japan. I was gonna save up money. I was gonna apply to JET program. I was gonna uh, also have a school visa as a backup option. Look into like jobs I could apply to from overseas, and I'm just coming to the reality that I'm facing the reality that the longer that I'm not in Japan, the harder it is to get back there. Some of the more obvious reasons why are one, I'm not immersed or exposed to the culture at all being back here. Everything's in English. There are aspects of American culture that are very different from Japanese culture. I'm Filipino, so I hear um, Tagalog at home if I'm not, hearing English. Second reason is life goes back to how it was before Japan. So, things that you're worried about, things that you're dealing with, like obligations and commitments. I'm not saying none of those are important, but because I'm not in Japan, like those things are taking up, those are taking up those are priorities that I've got to focus on. And that's less time from studying, from, finding out ways to get back to Japan. And the last one that I can think of right now, I know there's a lot of reasons why it's hard to go back to Japan once you're here, once you're back home. But the last one is, things going on in your home country. If you're in the US or keep up with the news here, then you know that a lot of what's going on in the government is impacting just, yeah, our relations with other countries. So I've applied to JET program and I've also applied to a performer residency in Osaka. And we were supposed to hear back from the dance residency in February, but I was keeping up with the news and what's been going on with the president and his office. And I was like, I've got a feeling this might affect my plans for Japan. And I reached out to this dance residency and I found out, yeah, that they've been uh, affected by it. So, yeah, there's government, there's political things that also may impact your opportunities for getting back to Japan. So, some of the things that I'm doing my best, uh, some of the things that I'm doing best, my best to kind of help navigate this is one, I'm taking a break from putting pressure on myself for for studying, for like checking my email all the time for responses. Two, when I'm done with break, I'm gonna just make sure I keep up the consumption and exposure to Japanese culture consistently. Three, I'm gonna try to talk more to my friends who are over there. And lastly, talk to my friends, Japanese, practice more Japanese, game break. I mean, I mean, and keep saving money. I think a good fallback plan is going back again as a student with a visa and just having a good amount of money. But yeah, the longer you're here, there's like the more reasons not to go back are being piled up. So if any of you can relate and have navigated this kind of stuff, I'm open to hearing it. If you've got words of encouragement, I'd really appreciate those. But yeah, I'm gonna keep y'all posted. I really want to be back.